Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Lauren Trager. The nation is in a state of high alert as we move closer to the inauguration of President-elect Joe Biden.
Us on this Friday, I'm Corey Stark.
And I'm Lauren Trager in for Samantha today. Take a look. This is video from Drone 4 overhead the site in Poplar Bluff today. It's showing dry streets, but by the time you wake up in the morning, you could run into some icy spots. Welcome to News 4 at 6. I'm Lauren Trager. Corey and Samantha have this New Year's Eve night off. Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton is tracking what could be an icy end to the year, Steve.
Yeah, when we
Businesses in the Metro East tell News 4 they are frustrated to hear the ban on indoor dining won't be going away anytime soon. But from our research, it's many millions more than that just for the past year on all the programs combined. We aren't talking about people frauding or scamming the system either. These are mistakes.
Has not spoken publicly, though we have heard from his attorneys who called for these charges last night. We are expecting to hear more from them today.
And we did check. So far, there are no issues today at the Missouri Capitol in Jefferson City or the Illinois Capitol in Springfield. News 4 has heard from several viewers who say they can identify a local man who was inside the Capitol on January 6th. Take a look at this picture. Viewers have provided us with a name, and they say he is from St. Charles County. We are not going to identify him, though, because he has not been charged. However, I spoke with him tonight. He told me he was, quote, not going to say anything about that, and then hung up the phone. A review of his social media shows pictures of him in a very similar blues hat and numerous posts claiming there was election fraud, but there are no posts we could find of him inside the Capitol on his own social media sites. If you have information, you can contact the FBI. Taking a turn now to weather. Snow has been falling around the St. Louis area tonight. You're taking a live look outside at the Gateway Arch in downtown St. Louis. Can't really see those flurries right now, but Kristen does tell us there has been a lot of snow. Could be some more snow in our future too. So let's get a first check of the forecast right now. A bit of a debate in your house. Which would you rather have, more time off or a pay raise? According to a recent survey by one poll, nearly 3 out of 5 Americans would opt for an extra vacation day over a pay raise. 57% said taking a personal day off to get some stuff done was actually more valuable than a 10% pay bump. Interesting. Gen Z and millennials were especially interested in their personal day, while more than 2/3 of baby boomers preferred a bigger salary. I'm guessing that's because they're watching their retirement funds and thinking they need a little more in there. So, Steve, which would you rather have?
So was both an option?
I know, right? I would take both.
All of the above?
And I think I'd rather have a day off on a nice day
That's the
than
thing.
a crummy day I'd go to work.
Right. You don't want a day off on a miserable day. You want to get stuff done and then go out for...
Watching out for you.
Welcome back to News 4. I'm Lauren Trager. An annual tradition honoring our nation's veterans will go on this year, but it really could use your help. In December, wreaths will be laid at graves in Jefferson Barracks National Cemetery as part of Wreaths Across America. But the pandemic is changing things, and that is where you could come in. News 4's Caroline Hecker explains how the event will be different this year.
Multiple crews on the streets. We begin with Lauren Trager. She has the latest on the looting at that 7-Eleven in downtown.
That's right, guys. We are right here at the corner of 17th and Olive. I'm going to step out of the way so you can kind of get a look at the scene here. So the 7-Eleven is just behind us here. You can see a fairly large crowd, maybe 200 people or so have still gathered out in this particular area. But the 7-Eleven is the building, of course, that is sustaining some pretty heavy smoke damage. As I mentioned, there are a number of people out here who are spectating.
A Metrolink station becomes a crime scene as a security guard is shot and killed while trying to do his job. Tonight, police hope a large reward will help find the killer.
While we could still see a few flurries overnight, most of the precipitation has moved.
This is great. This is awesome. This is going to make a big difference.
A welcome change for some restaurant and bar owners in St. Louis County. They're able to stay open a little bit later, starting tomorrow.
Live from the KMOV Broadcast Center in downtown St. Louis. This is News 4 at 10. Watching out for you.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Lauren Trager. New tonight, we are learning a Metrolink security guard shot and killed this morning was a Marine and a father of 2. James Cook of Sullivan leaves behind a wife and 2 daughters. News 4's Alexis Zotos is live tonight from the St. Louis Police Headquarters. Alexis, police, they are telling you they want the public's help. Just a tragedy, Alexis. Thank you. New information tonight on an accident that shut down part of I-64 overnight. News 4 has learned that a driver going the wrong way down the interstate crashed into an ambulance. It all happened on I-64 near Kings Highway in St. Louis. The ambulance was transporting a patient at the time. Another ambulance then had to come take that patient to the hospital. We're told the wrong-way driver was critically injured and 2 medics were treated for minor injuries. We're still working to get additional details. Declining coronavirus numbers bringing a change for bars and restaurants in St. Louis County. Officials today announced they can stay open 1 hour later starting tomorrow. News 4's Emma Hogue spent the day getting reaction from area business owners about the extended curfew. Health officials in St. Clair County want to clear up mass confusion over a mass vaccination event set to start tomorrow. All 550 people signed up for COVID shots in St. Clair County got emails today saying their appointment at the Belle Claire Fairgrounds had been canceled. But officials say that email was a mistake and the event is still on. We're told if you got one of those emails, you should ignore it. Your initial appointment time is still good to go. Monroe County, Illinois is also hosting a vaccination clinic tomorrow. Vaccines will be given at the Monroe County Fairgrounds on a first come, first served basis. No pre-registration is required. People 80 years or older can get a shot between 10 and noon. If there are vaccines still available, those 75 and older will be vaccinated from noon until 3. Again, no appointment needed here. Just show up with proof of your age and proof that you live in Monroe County. With more counties beginning vaccination events, we're making it easier for you to find a vaccine site near you. Just go to KMOV.com or the KMOV News app. We have compiled a complete list of all the state, county, and hospital vaccination spots. You can see the different restrictions on who is eligible and also find information on how you can sign up. The number of COVID patients hospitalized in the St. Louis area has dropped below 500 for the first time in nearly 3 months. The pandemic task force says there are currently 490 patients in the hospital with COVID-19. That is the lowest number since November 5th. The 7-day average of hospitalizations is down to 548. More encouraging signs in the statewide numbers. Missouri reported just over 1,000 new cases today and no new deaths. The positivity rate is down to 9.4%. In Illinois, there were more than 2,400 new cases and 40 deaths. The positivity rate in Illinois has dropped to 3.9%. As always, you can take a closer look at all of these numbers on the KMOV News app and at KMOV.com. Light snow has moved out of the area. Here is a live look tonight in downtown St. Louis. Beautiful view of the Gateway Arch there. So let's get our first check of the forecast with meteorologist Kristen Cornett.
Yeah, thanks.
But Republican senators is offering a new COVID relief plan to counter President Biden's nearly $2 trillion stimulus package. The latest on the push for a compromise next on News 4. Plus, an old power plant in the Metro East is set to be demolished tomorrow, but not everyone is happy about that. How concerns from some residents prompted officials to change their demolition plan. Those stories and much more when News 4 at 10 continues. The pandas at the National Zoo in Washington, D.C. know how to have a little bit of fun here. Look at that. That's so cute. They are doing a little bit of sledding, you could say. Down the hill. I don't know if I call that sledding,
No.
actually more like rolling. As we know, much of the D.C. area got up to 4 inches of snow during today's winter storm. So they had to make the most of it, right, Kristen? And they certainly did.
That is hysterical. That looks like so much fun. They've got a lot more snow to come, by the way.
It is a new year, and now a new shot has been fired in the chicken sandwich wars among the nation's fast food giants. Starting Monday, Chick-fil-A is adding the grilled spicy chicken deluxe sandwich to its national menu. It features grilled chicken marinated in a spicy seasoning. It's served on a toasted multi-grain brioche bun with Colby Jack cheese, lettuce, and tomato, and pairs with a packet of cilantro lime sauce. And now I'm getting hungry. It is only available for a limited time. Look at this. You can see the man jump into a pond after the gator grabbed the puppy, pulling it under the water. Now he's able to grab the gator, pulling it out while the puppy is still locked in its jaws. Once on the bank, the man struggles to pry the gator's jaws loose, finally succeeding. And look at that, the puppy runs off. Then, of course, he has to free his hands from the gator's jaws as well. The man and his wife say they are happy the puppy is okay, and they understand the alligator was just doing what gators do.
We do need to be aware that.
A lot of interest in those groups, of course. However, the governor went on to say that does not mean those people can get the vaccine as quickly as you can get a flu shot. because of the limited supply given to the state from the federal government. Let's take a look at the numbers now. Illinois today reported more than 7,000 new coronavirus cases, bringing the state total to more than 1,093,000. Illinois has more than 18,600 COVID-related deaths. However, a bit of good news here. The state's 7-day positivity rate has dropped to 5%. Missouri reported nearly 1,800 new cases today. With that, the state topped 445,000 total cases with more than 6,500 COVID-related deaths. Missouri's positivity rate stands at 11.7%. The top doctor in the St. Louis area says around 63% of healthcare workers in the task force hospitals have received their first vaccine dose, but this is just the beginning. There's something to be thankful for. Thank you so much, Kristen. Well, there is a big payday coming for a St. Louis native ball player. Our Brooke Grimsley will have sports coming up right after the break.
Or at 4, watching out for you.
New at 4, relaxed restrictions could soon be coming to the Metro East, but it won't be the relief many restaurant owners are hoping for. Hello to you, I'm Lauren Trager, in for Samantha Jones today. Businesses in the Metro East tell News 4 they are frustrated to hear the ban on indoor dining won't be going away anytime soon. News 4's Jenna Ray spent the day talking to those business owners and joins us live in St. Clair County. So, Jenna, what can you tell us? See you then, Jenna. Thank you. Illinois officials say all the mitigation metrics, if they continue to improve, Region 4, which includes most of the Metro East, will move from Tier 3 into Tier 2 tomorrow. And while it is a step in the right direction, it wouldn't be much help. We have to get to Tier 1, which allows the lesser of 25 people or 25% of capacity for indoor dining. Limited outdoor dining and takeout is allowed. In Tier 2 and 3, indoor dining is still banned. Indoor fitness classes are allowed with restrictions in Tier 1 and Tier 2, but they are banned in Tier 3, and casinos could reopen under Tier 2 with a limit on the numbers of patrons allowed inside. Older adults and low-income families without the internet are finding it hard to get signed up for the COVID vaccine since most places are only signing up people online. News 4's Russell Kinsall is watching out for them live near Barnes Jewish Hospital. Meanwhile, the St. Louis City Health Department is taking some new measures to keep you safe. Department Director Dr. Frederick Eckel says they now have a secret shopper program up and running to make sure businesses are adhering to the public health orders. This announcement came after 6 businesses were closed this week alone for non-compliance. Here is where Missouri stands right now in terms of the pandemic. With another 2,000 new cases, the state has nearly 444,000 confirmed COVID cases and nearly 6,500 related deaths. The state's 7-day positivity rate stands at 12.2%. Illinois reports nearly 5,000 new cases today. Overall, the state has more than 1,086,000 confirmed cases and today passed 18,500 COVID-related deaths. The state positivity rate stands at 5.4%. Amazon says it wants to help President Joe Biden reach his goal of vaccinating 100 million people in 100 days. In a letter to the new administration, Amazon said it's prepared to leverage its operations, information technology, and communications to assist in the vaccination effort. Another big name has also joined the ranks of those encouraging everyone to get vaccinated. Arnold Schwarzenegger channeled his Terminator character to send out that message.
Come with me if you want to live.
All right, I just got my vaccine and I would recommend it to anyone and everyone. Come with me if you want to live.
Can't deny that voice right there. The former governor of California received the vaccination at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, and he urged everyone to do the same. He later tweeted, quote, "I have never been happier to wait in a line." And he will have to go back for that second dose, so I kind of wonder here if he said, "I'll be back." Remember, you can always follow all the late developments on the pandemic and all the day's news with the News 4 mobile app. It is free for download in your phone's app store.